When does NH3 act as a strong and weak ligand? In the previous lecture, I had told you if the metal atom has more than 5 electrons in the d orbitals, it will behave as a strong ligand, and if it has less than 5 electrons, it will behave as a weak ligand. Okay, but that condition is not applicable in all the cases. Okay, there are variations in certain compounds. Okay, so I have seen various examples and I have concluded these 4 points. Okay, from those complexes. So we can determine the strength of the ligand by it depends on the central metal atom. Okay, coordination number and oxidation state. Okay, so वो जो ligand है वो किस metal atom से coordinated है, वो metal atom का क्या oxidation state है और कितना coordination number है, उस पर depend करता है strength of the ligand. Okay, तो अगर coordination number 6 है तो क्या होगा, वो +2 oxidation state होगा और वो कैसे act करेगा, as a weak ligand act करेगा. अगर coordination number 6 है और अगर +3 oxidation state है central metal atom का, तो वो strong ligand act करेगा. ठीक है, and if it is a weak ligand then coordination number 6 तो shape पता outer orbital होगा, पर कैसा होगा, outer orbital होगा कि inner orbital होगा. अगर वो weak ligand होगा तो क्या होगा, वो outer orbital complex बनेगा. अगर वो strong ligand होगा तो क्या बनेगा, वो inner orbital complex. Okay, now if it is coordination number is 4 then it acts as a weak ligand. ठीक है, यहाँ पे क्या बनेगा, tetrahedral shape बनेगा. मतलब outer S1s and 3p orbitals and one hybridization, so the shape will be tetrahedral. Okay, now the fourth point is whenever ammonia coordinates with cobalt it behaves as a strong ligand. हमेशा जब भी cobalt से वो coordinate रहेगा तो क्या होगा, strong ligand behave करेगा. और यहाँ पे वो condition applicable है कि more than अगर 5 electrons है d orbitals में तो ammonia कैसा है, act as a strong ligand. Okay, so these are the 4 important points which I have concluded by observing all the hybridization in the various complexes. Okay, note it down and then we'll discuss that the strength or why do we classify ligand as strong and weak. Okay, then we'll discuss this topic. So first note it down, then we'll pursue the strong and weak ligands in detail. Now we will discuss about strong and weak ligands in this lecture. Okay, so when do we classify ligand as strong and when do we classify it as weak? So we know that the ligands in the donor atoms क्या है, देखो तो इसमें CN में कौन donor atoms है, नाइट्रोजन, CO में ऑक्सीजन, NH3 में नाइट्रोजन, H2O में ऑक्सीजन, फ्लोरीन में ये donor atom है. ठीक है, ब्रोमीन, chlorine is a donor atom and in bromine is a donor atom. Okay, so first the strength of the ligand depends upon what, strength of ligands depends upon electronegativity. What is electronegativity? Electronegativity is the tendency to attract a shared pair of electrons towards itself. ठीक है, तो अगर कोई भी डोनर एटम्स का अगर इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी हाई रहेगा तो वो इलेक्ट्रॉन बल्कि डोनेट नहीं करके वो तो एक्सेप्ट करने की कोशिश करेगा. ठीक है, तो अगर इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी हाई है इनका, देखो जितने भी हाइड्रोजन्स होते हैं उनकी इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी क्या होता है, हाई, बिकॉज दे आर द राइट हैंड साइड ऑफ द periodic table. ओके, तो इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी क्या होता है उनकी, वेरी हाई होता है, तो वो लोग डोनेट नहीं कर पाएंगे. ओके, दे विल हैव द टेंडेंसी टू अट्रैक्ट द शेड पेयर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. दैट्स व्हाई दे बिहेव एज weak ligands. Okay, इनके पास टेंडेंसी टू डोनेट इलेक्ट्रॉन्स क्या होते हैं, बहुत कम हो जाते हैं. ठीक है, they have the less tendency to attract they have less tendency to donate the electrons to the central metal atom because of their high electronegativity. But in nitrogen and oxygen, यहाँ पे जो दोनों एटम्स क्या है, नाइट्रोजन ऑक्सीजन, इनकी इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी क्या है, लेस है. ठीक है, जब इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी लेस है तो ये क्या करेंगे, they have the tendency to donate the electrons. इनके पास हाई टेंडेंसी ज्यादा कर डोनेट कर पाएंगे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, इसलिए ये क्या करेंगे, they behave as a strong ligands. So ligands having, we can write ligands having donor atoms with high electronegativity. Such as halogens will behave as weak ligand. Okay, and ligands having donor atoms with less electronegativity, such as Cn, CO, NH3 will behave as strong ligand. Okay, NH3 is intermediate between strong ligand and weak ligand. Okay, that condition we have discussed, that when NH3 will act as a strong and a weak ligand. Okay, because the strength of this ligand depends upon the central metal atom also, oxidation state of the central metal atom also, and coordination number. So we had discussed this earlier. So now if but nitrogen is having less electronegativity, so here we can classify it as a strong ligand. But अगर central metal atom differ करता है और oxidation state differ करता है तो फिर वो क्या होगा, weak ligand भी act करेगा. इसलिए अमोनिया को क्या रखा गया है, सेंटर में रखा गया है इन द स्पेक्ट्रोकेमिकल सीरीज. वो सीरीज में डिस्कस करेंगे जब हम क्रिस्टल फील्ड थ्योरी पढ़ेंगे. ठीक है, अभी बस इतना जान लो यूनिटी के लिए. ठीक है, next topic is that the strength of the ligands also depends upon central metal atom. The strength of the ligand also depends upon central metal atom. To which it is coordinated to. So example is PtCl4. Okay, 2 minus. Okay, this is the PtCl4 2 plus. ठीक है, अब यहाँ पे 2 minus 1. यहाँ पे इस कॉम्प्लेक्स में देखो क्लोरीन को क्या बोले, दैट इज अ वीक लिगेंड. इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी के बेस पे इसको क्या होना चाहिए, वीक लिगेंड बिहेव करना चाहिए. ठीक है, बट ये इस केस में क्या होता है, जस्ट ऑपोजिट होता है. ठीक है, क्लोरीन बिहेव्स एज अ वीक लिगेंड बिहेव नहीं करता है, इट बिहेव्स एज अ स्ट्रॉन्ग लिगेंड. Because it is coordinated to platinum atom, and due to the large size of platinum atom, chlorine is able to donate electrons to vacant orbitals of platinum easily. Okay, that's why it forms an inner orbital complex, and the hybridization becomes what? Hybridization becomes DsP2. That's why now the shape of this complex becomes what? Square planar. Okay, because of this hybridization, the shape of this complex becomes square planar. So the strength of ligand also depends upon the central metal atom to which it is coordinated to. Okay, in every case chlorine will act as a weak ligand, but in this case it is an exception. Okay, so these are the main points which you need to remember. That's why I am highlighting these points in my lecture. If you will remember these points, it will be easy to find out the structure of any coordination compound. Okay, note it down, and then we proceed to the next coordination compound, that is the nickel ammonium compound. Okay, nickel ammonium. Tetraamine nickel 2 ion. Okay, now say here ammonia is a ligand. Okay, ammonia's coordination number is what? 4. So we have discussed that if coordination number is 4, okay, and ligand is ammonia, then it will act as what? Weak ligand. ठीक है, ये डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. तो यहाँ पे अमोनिया कैसा है, ये वीक लिगेंड है. एंड सो एनाइन ऑटो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फिगरेशन क्या होगा, 3d8 4s2 होता है ऑटो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फिगरेशन. सो दिस ni atom is in ground state. Ni atom in ground state. One, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 3d and 4s. Okay. So now Ni यहाँ पे देखो कॉम्प्लेक्स अमोनिया क्या न्यूट्रल लिगेंड है, तो ऑक्सीजन स्टेट क्या होगा निकल का, x will be equal to +2. So now in the previous lecture I had told you that Ni atom goes in excited state. Okay, मतलब iron atom goes in excited when we have discussed octet metal complex, then I have told that iron atom goes to the ethyl state. Okay, but that was a wrong concept. Due to confusion between BSc-PR theory and BBT, I have told you that it goes to ethyl state. But this happens in BSc-PR theory when covalent bond formation is there. Okay, to attain a covalency of 5 or 7, the central atom goes to the ethyl state to provide that orbitals for the electrons to pair. Okay, but in the BBT, what happened? BBT theory, Ni atom will approximate plus 2 means it will lose 2 electrons. It will lose 2 electrons to form what? Ni plus 2 ion. Ni plus 2 ion. So the 2 electrons will go from the outermost shell. Okay, so electrons will move away from. Okay, the 2 electrons will be lost from this orbital. So now Ni plus 2 ion कैसे रहेगा फिर ये 3t 1 2 3 4 and 5 and 4s and then 4p. Now the first postulate of the BBT says that the central metal atom provides vacant orbitals equal to its coordination number. ठीक है, तो coordination number क्या है 4 है. अब यहाँ पे ये नया एटम 1 2 3 4 vacant orbitals provide करेगा. Okay, so now this 1s and 3p orbitals will undergo hybridization. They will undergo hybridization, sp3 hybridization. Okay, to form 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals of equal energy. Okay, so Ni plus 2 ion in hybrid state. Ni plus 2 ion in hybrid state. See, the non-bonding electrons are like this only. They do not undergo any hybridization. These orbitals are not undergoing any hybridization. Okay, they are as it is. So now this hybrid state में क्या हो जाएगा? ये PD तो वैसे ही रहेगा. Because these are non-bonding electrons. Okay, and now we get 4 orbitals. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals will get. Now the 4 ammonia ligands. The 4 ammonia ligands will donate lone pair of electrons. Okay. So now Ni plus 2, Ni NH3 whole 4. Ni NH3 whole 4 plus 2 complex. Okay, so यहाँ हाइब्रिड स्टेट में बस दिखाने के लिए यहाँ पे ये क्या एरो क्या है टू फॉर्म रिप्रेजेंट कोऑर्डिनेट बॉन्ड. ओके, नाउ Ni plus 2 कॉम्प्लेक्स में क्या होगा 3d 1 2 3 4 5 and 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are empty. Now each ammonia will donate a lone pair of electrons to this hybrid orbital. Okay. Now if it is sp3 hybridization, so what will be the shape of the complex? It will be tetrahedral. Shape of the complex will be tetrahedral. So first let us draw the shape. Ni NH3. There will be one bond. There will be one bond, and this is one bond. Okay. So here we will write tetrahedral shape of NH3 molecule. Tetrahedral shape of Ni NH3 whole 4 plus 2 complex. Again, this dotted line is representing the shape. It's not representing any bond. There are only 4 bonds. This one bond, 2, 3 and 4 bonds. Okay. So let us represent the shape with the help of these pens. Okay. suppose this is a tetrahedral shape. Okay. ये हो गया इस तरीके से. Ni एटम यहाँ पे है तो ये पिरामिडल शेप है. NH3 यहाँ पे, NH3 यहाँ पे, NH3 यहाँ पे और एक NH3 क्या होगा यहाँ पे लगेगा. ओके. So this will becomes the tetrahedral shape. इस तरीके से ये पिरामिडल शेप है. ठीक है. तो सबके बीच में एंगल्स क्या है? हर एक बॉन्ड के बीच में एंगल्स कितने होंगे? 109 डिग्री 28 मिनट्स. ओके. दिस इज द शेप ऑफ द टेट्राहेड्रल. Understood? Okay, and each angle between the two bonds will be 109 degree 28 minutes. So these are the four bonds, Ni and one bond with NH3. Again here one bond, again here one bond, and here again one bond. Okay, four bonds are there. So this is the tetrahedral shape of NiNH3 whole 4 complex. Okay, and the angle between these two bonds and the angle between the two bonds कितना होगा? Each of the bond. ठीक है, क्या होगा? 109 degree 28 minutes. This will be the bond angle between the two bonds. Okay. So now I hope that how you will determine the structure of octahedral and tetrahedral complex concept is clear. Now we have ended with BBT. Next topic will start with crystal field theory.